And we're back for the third game of this best of three series. This is the semifinals of the TLS Qualifier number 6, the final qualifier. And one of these two players, after winning this game, will be qualified for the TLS.
Yes, they will indeed, and that is definitely, excuse me, a big deal in and of itself for a number of different reasons. The money, the pride, the fame, the women, you know, whatever else tickles your fancy, really. You can have it all.
Exactly. The women in particular, I think.
Absolutely. The StarCraft girls, they're crazy.
But before we go into the game, I think we should do a sponsor shout out. Of course, Razer and Twitch making all of this possible. A huge thanks to them sponsoring a tournament, giving us headsets. Good times.
Yeah, both these guys really doing their bit. I can currently see that we are featured on the front page of twitch.tv, so that can only be good. Yes, so Twitch absolutely doing their bit to help us out, not just with prize pool, but with their tremendous backing as well, and Razer, of course, doing their best also, making Sale sound good, making me sound good to Sale, and making us look good to a lot of you. So it's super awesome, and thanks to both those guys very, very much.
Indeed, and well, I'm ready for the third game, Elegant. I want to see who's going to go to the finals.
You know I'm ready.
All right, let's go into the third game. Project versus Infected. Here we are in game number 3. At the top right, as the blue Terran, we have Project. At the bottom left, as the yellow Zerg, we have Infected.
We do indeed, and thank you so much for not using Infected's tag in that. I mean, I was worried that you would, and I was worried I'd just have to put up with it again and put all the horrible imagery out of my mind. But you saved me from the necessity, so thank you so much.
I'm such a considerate co-caster, aren't I?
Oh, I know, you are. It's brilliant. And that's yeah, I think that's what the community loves about you. Your considerativeness, is that the word?
That is exactly the word. I'm declaring it a word.
Considerativeness. We'll get Sir Jolt on that one.
Dude, just listen to your accent. You can say whatever word you want and it will become a word.
Yeah.
Just on the fly.
I sometimes just make them up just to confuse people, but people don't even bother to question me because they just have to infer from context just because they know that I'm probably using real words.
Well, the thing is, people don't know half the words you're talking about anyway, so it's like, alright, that's probably a word. I'm just too stupid to understand.
Yeah, it's even better when people question it and say, and claim I'm using the word wrong, and then I can kind of whip out my mental dictionary and whack my head. It's great. It's like Tupacalypse in his rule book. I just wait all day for the opportunity, and then I'm like, questioning my words is not encouraged.
Instead of a rule book, you have a dictionary just in your back pocket.
Yeah, I do.
Whip it out, smack people over the head.
But it's really heavy as well.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, we're not seeing anything crazy from this game so far, guys, so don't worry about that. It's just a 12 hatch coming out from our Zerg. He's going to send 2 drones so that one makes the hatchery, one goes out to scout. Possibly scouting cross map, actually. That's a pretty common thing, but you can go either way, really. And we do have a scouting SCV going out as well. Project. I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for 1 Rex expand here. He hasn't taken the gas yet, so no crazy meching play after like a 1-1 Wraith opening that we saw last game.
I enjoyed it though. I like the Wraith opening. It's weird to only make 1 Wraith. I guess it's really useful for scouting information to force the Hydra stem from your opponent as well. It kind of it ties into what I was saying before about the ability to dictate the game and how important that is, and I think the Wraith really serves that.
Well, the thing is, it was a good harassment tool, and it killed, what, like 4 drones and 2 overlords, so it was really worth it in that sense. But I don't like that he didn't actually do anything to follow up with the starport. Like, he didn't go for drops or...
that's true.
You know, like a Valkyrie support even or something. I mean, basically, he made the starport, made 1 Wraith, and then didn't use the starport, which is a bit of a waste, in my opinion.
I often feel, though, when you're going for mech, like, kind of 4 Goliath drops can be a little bit weak somehow. They just don't quite cut it in the same way that those big Marines drop.
Vulture drops, man. Vulture drops.
Vulture drops are good, you're right, but his Vulture speed was quite late, so they might not have really been so effective.
Is this drone Varela? He just tried to attack the Marine as if he could actually win a one-on-one fight with a Marine. I mean, what does he think he is, an SEV?
Yeah, exactly. He needs to get himself a big outfit so he can be like an SEV. Imagine that, a drone in SCV's outfit, just kind of clad in this weird uniform, looking all clunky and awkward, just sort of sidling up to a Marine. Just kind of hacking away at it. That'd be great. I need to see that.
That would be pretty amazing. Instead of, as well as infested Terran Marines, you get infested SCVs that just have drones in them. It's glorious.
Such OP drones.
Dude, and then when he tries to turn into a building, he just like bursts out of his suit. He's like the Hulk exploding out of his shirt. He just blows out, he explodes out of the SCV suit instead and turns into a creep colony or whatever.
That'd be so good. I keep thinking of these extra crazy little animation things you could put in just to make it hilarious. I was thinking that Side Disruptors are so amazing. They look so amazing. When they die, they just kind of have this puff of orange. They just have this massive explosion. It should be like this map-ending, world-shaking explosion.
Oh man, dude, the Side Disruptors, they're not like nuclear reactors, although I think we have those too as neutral buildings.
Yeah, they do nothing when they die. They just sort of crumble.
There should be a meltdown, so if you kill it, like the entire base is covered in radioactive waste and all biological units take damage over time.
Yeah. And like, you know Brood War civilians that you get in the campaign, they should all kind of start dashing around the main base, just causing absolute havoc. It should be mayhem.
You just have like 50 neutral civilians run into your main and block all your buildings, so you can't build anywhere.
And then you have to commit genocide on all the civilians.
That is such a good idea. It's like how on certain maps like Destination, where you have neutral Rhinodons blocking your expansions, but it's just 50 civilians in your main.
This is brilliant. How far can we take this? You can put like little Greenpeace guys outside the nuclear reactors and everything. It'd be amazing.
Elegant. Can you be the lead designer on StarCraft 3? Please, can we hire Elegant? I'm sure if you make a Reddit thread or something, like, they'll hire you. That's how it works, right? Isn't that what people do if they want like esports jobs?
I think it is. Do one of those like whip arounds as well, where you get some money together so that you can say, yeah, we'll pay the first year of his wages for Blizzard.
Yeah.
And Blizzard, like, yeah, sure, bring him on. We've got nothing to lose.
Anyway, looks like 2 Lings suiciding in the natural. We do have a fast +1 here from Project. Only 2 additional racks so far, no 3rd rack, so maybe just gonna go for 3 racks here rather than 4 or 5. That actually, I think now that I think about it, that might be what he did in game 1. In fact, I think he did only have 3 barracks there. So, so I guess not going for so many Marines. Meanwhile, we do have a Spire. Notice it's placed right on the edge of the creep here, so just kind of trying to maybe get lucky and have a Project scan and not see it. But yeah, it'll just come down to where these scans are actually placed. And you know, usually you expect mutas anyway. And oh, okay, no, there's the 4th and 5th barracks. You just place them a little bit later.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if Project scanned that, and I also wouldn't be too surprised if he assumed it was there anyway. He's going to see the lair, whatever happens. He's going to see the natural gas, so yeah, I think he's going to be well clued in. However, we could be seeing a little bit of Ling run by action right here. We have a significant number of Lings out here. I think that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. That's a lot of Zerglings right there. We have at least 16 or so Zerglings, and that's going to be quite a scary run by. Project does have a small handful of Marines in his main, but I don't know if that would be enough. I think this might be a Ling run by an attempt to take down the missile turrets before the mutas get there, which would be a really, really smart move, and is not at all uncommon to see from a Zerg player. Just kind of dart in there and take down the defenses.
I think what he's doing is he's expecting Project to go for early Marine aggression and move out with a small group of Marines. So this small group of Lings is just pretend. They'll see the Marines moving out, and as soon as they move out, yeah, you're exactly right. The rest of the Lings will go in and either backstab or potentially even just run around and kill all the Marines. Fortunately for Project, he's actually being very, very defensive here. Unusually defensive, I'd say. I'm not sure whether he senses something as a miss or what, but that's actually going to be very, very good for him in the long term here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out, because we're about to have the muta action going into Project's main base. He looks well defended. Well, I say well defended. He's only got 1 missile turret defending in his main. I'm not quite sure why he doesn't have more than that. I guess he can bring his Marines back to defend, but just as I said that, he moves all his Marines down to the bottom of the ramp. He is building another missile turret now, but it's going to be a little bit late to defend against the mutas.
Anti-timing, he moved his Marines out, and the mutas went into his base here. The turret's barely not finishing in time there. The factory, SCV also getting sniped, but it looks like Project doesn't care. He's moving out. Now the question is, are the Lings for a backstab, or is he going to kill the Marines? I think it's going to be for a backstab. Oh,
yeah, I think
wait.
so.
He's coming in. Yep, he's going into the natural. Oh man, Project, he has to run back right now. He has to go back right now. There's a stim and run into the bunker. The Lings are going to run by into the main base. So he's going to have Lings and mutas in his main base. Can Project hold on? He's got a lot of Marines popping out from the barracks though. He's doing a good job holding on. He's taking down a lot of these units. He does have +1 on the Marines. He's taking down so many mutas. Oh my god, that did not go well at all.
Project with a great great defense there under some pretty severe pressure, manages to pull it right back and takes down a load of mutants, takes down all the links. His medics are getting a little bit ahead of themselves right there. Project needs to pull his medics back right now if he's going to have a useful marine force at all. He does manage to get them back, and they're going to be just fine, save for one. But Project should now be pushing directly down to the bottom right-hand corner. I am hearing scans go down. I don't know if he scanned that. I don't know if he knows it's there, but he certainly should imagine that something like that is happening. And indeed, it looks like his marines are heading down in that direction. It's completely undefended right now. How is the Lurker Tech doing? The Lurker Tech is about
he's going to catch the reinforcements, though. He's going to catch the reinforcements. There's no medics with them, and these mutilations could kill a few of these marines, but it looks like the rest of the force is nearby, and they're going to regroup and be just fine here. And yeah, it looks like Project did see it. Oh man, these Hydras, they want to become Lurkers. They're running down. They really want to be Lurkers there, but they're not going to get there in time. They're just going to morph here. They should be morphing on the ramp. Usually you want to morph them on the ramp. The problem is I think they run so slowly that he was afraid they would just get caught in the open and killed. So he's just like, well, I want these at least to be Lurkers. So even if I can't get them into the right position. Oh man, he built 4 overlords there as well. He could lose all his overlords.
Oh, actually he could lose 4 overlords. I don't think he will though. There's overlords that might just escape, but Project is easily going to be able to take down this base. He might actually be kind of contained in there though, because it's going to be a pretty difficult time pushing down the ramp through 2 Lurkers. It looks like those Lurkers actually aren't going to hang around to find out. There is another marine force coming down the middle for Project with more good multitasking right there, displaying why he is such a dominant force. And it looks like he's going to go for a simultaneous attack on the Zerg's natural expansion. Infected, meanwhile, going to take up the top left-hand corner base in an attempt to ninja some economy behind the Terran push. Yeah,
this is actually kind of like that game we saw Oxzerg do, where he just kept losing his thirds and just taking them on different corners. But yeah, this little natural attack by Project is not going to do anything. There's 5 Sunkens there. Meanwhile, looks like we have another backstab here, and there's nothing in the bunker. But, oh my god, so many Marines there. It was a trap. It was a trap, but oh my god, there's 4 Lurkers there, and that's not a good position for the Marines. That is not a good position at all. There's no scan. There are turrets, though. I guess he doesn't need a scan, but oh man, if he can run into the bunker, that'd be amazing, but I don't think he'd even make it into the bunker. He's trying to get in there. Can he get into the bunker? 1 Marine gets into the bunker, and 1 siege tank is out as well. I think that'll be enough here. He's going to block the ramp here, and oh man, Infected tried to move over the ramp, but that was a mistake, and I think Project will be just fine.
Yeah, I think Project's going to be okay. He's just managed to clean up those Lurkers. He's going to be able to break out the bottom right-hand corner as well. Those Lurkers not quite in place to prevent that. They're both going to get sniped off, I think. The Marine's going to dash in. No, not quite sniped off. The top left-hand corner base is going to go up, though, and there's relatively little reason for Project to scout that anytime soon, so that might be Infected's saving grace.
I don't know. Infected is in a really tough spot right now. You know, his backstabbing attacks have not really been able to do anything. He is getting a Queen's Nest now to go up to Hive. He knows he needs that Defiler tech, but that's still quite late. I mean, you can see that a big Terran attack is already coming his way, and the Queen's Nest is not even finished yet. He's way away from getting a Defiler. So yeah, this is actually quite troublesome. The first vessel is also going to be en route. As soon as the attack reaches the Zerg Natural, he will have a vessel there as well. He's sending a couple of Lurkers now to defend that top left base. 1 Marine going to go check it out. Going to see that that's there, but Project might not even care. He might just try and bust down the Zerg's Natural right now, and I'm not sure if there's much that Infected can do about it. He's got a handful of units here. The Sunkens there will mainly just buy time before they get taken down by the siege tanks.
Yeah, I mean, it is just buying time. Those Lurkers, it's the same as in the last game when he was just throwing up extra Sunken colonies just to try and kind of just try and hold off the Terran force for a little bit longer while he tries to scrape something together. And he's done the same again with Sunken colonies right here, although they were going to be useful for defending significant marine forces earlier on during Project's double-pronged attacks. I think the one thing which might give away that top left-hand base is the way all the units are kind of gravitating towards it and actually coming out from there as well. But I suppose that's a risk he can't really afford not to take.
I think he might be going for a counterattack here, or is he going for a flank? No, he's going for a flank. He might wait for the Terran to move in and try and bust the Sunkens, and then come in from the back. That's a very good move by the Zerg. But oh no, it looks like 1 siege tank actually reveals that the Zerg army's there waiting, and oh man, he might lose some of these Zerglings for free as well. Tried to get the siege tank, didn't quite get it, and now it looks like his plan has been revealed. So Project might be a little bit more careful about moving in here. Sometimes the Terran just gets overeager, doesn't wait for the tanks to bust the Sunkens, and just charges with the Marines. And then if the Zerg comes from the back with Lurkers, it can be very effective. But in this case, it looks like Project's being a little bit more careful here. And these Lurkers are actually really far away, though. I think they need to move slightly closer if they want to be here in time to actually help this out. I mean, the Sunkens are getting taken down very quickly, and it looks like Infected has decided to go now. He's coming in with quite a few Lurkers here. He's going to go in with the Lurkers from the other side as well. He's going in for a big sandwich. Here we go. Lurkers from the front, Lurkers from the back. This could be bad for Project. How good is the spread? So many Lurkers now. They're not borrowing, though. They need to borrow. The attack is not timed perfectly, and it looks like it's going to be massive casualties on both sides, but the Terran will survive.
Yes, what a valuable spread that was right there from Project, and what a great spread it was too. there was a huge Zerg force. In fact, it does an impressive job of macroing up quite a significant army, even under this heavy pressure, and whilst pulling back so much. But Project's ability to kind of spread his forces out to minimize that lurker damage is absolutely exemplary, and he's able to prevent his army from taking too much devastating losses, and is continuing to siege down the last of the Sun colonies at the Zerg Natural. And with extra marine reinforcements coming on, I think unless Infected can take down the remainder of these siege tanks now, I don't know there's much he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, there's only 4 Marines there, but the thing is, as you say, there's just nothing left for Infected, so it doesn't really matter. Oh my god, look at that stream of Marines coming down from Project's base here. He's also got a 3rd base on, under construction as well, so he has a game plan for the long term as well. Even if this attack doesn't work out, but I mean, it's definitely going to work out here. The Lurker's moving in, but so many Marines, 2 tanks in the back supporting, the Vessel's there for vision. The Natural Hatchery goes down, Infected down to just his main and his 3rd base at the top left corner, which is just barely mining here, basically. He's got a Defiler mount. I don't think he has Consume. Even if he does, I don't see any Defilers on the field anyway. And this is looking very, very grim. But, Infected knows that he needs to win this game to qualify for the TLS, although I'm not sure what the point situation for him is, though.
I don't know either. I think it may be on Liquipedia, so we can actually check that after this game, so maybe we can give you guys an update. But Infected, yeah, he's definitely not going to be guaranteed a spot as far as we know anyway, so he's having to really, really cling on right here, and he's doing just that. But I don't know that he's going to be able to hold on. He has Lurkers, which just can't beat siege tanks by themselves. They simply can't. He can't get any kind of a flank off, and he doesn't have the power to be moving down his ramp at this point in time.
Yeah, looks like Infected trying to sneak another base there at the top left natural, but a drop from Project going up to this completely undefended base. There isn't even a Nidus Canal to help send in reinforcements, so I think with that, I mean, Infected might have to go for a last stand. Nice scourging of those vessels, gets both of the vessels, but I mean, Project obviously has scans left, and it looks like the Marines are going to start taking down this base, killed all the gas drones as well, so Infected is going to be back down to just his main, and GG, well played. Project makes the 2-1 comeback and is in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Project has qualified. That's what's up.
That is exactly what's up. We see another tradition truly born right here, coming back from 2-1 down. Project looking super, super good in that last game. His multitasking was right on it. His game sense was right on it. He was looking good. Infected looking good also. Not to take credit away from Infected, but nonetheless, I just think Project just looked too dominant for him. Despite only recently coming back, this guy is one to watch.
And the thing for Infected is, I'm pretty sure, because you get quite a few points from making the semifinals, like 65 or something, and I'm fairly certain he's somewhere in the rankings there. So if I had to wager, I'd say he probably can qualify on points by getting to the semifinals here. Although obviously I don't know for sure. We'll have to wait for an official announcement about that. But yeah, Project is definitely qualified. He's in the finals, and that means we have a TVT.
We do indeed.
What?
So,
TVT finals? Oh man, how is that even possible?
It's crazy. So that means that, yeah, guaranteed 2 more Terrans going to be in the TLS proper. So this is an exciting day indeed. As Sal says, yesterday, day of the Protest. Today, day of the Terran. Indeed, it is. So yeah, you're going to hang around for this TVT final. It could be a long one. I'm warning you guys, so make sure you've got your cup of tea and your popcorn ready, because this is going to be serious stuff.
2 Russian Terrans, guys. We'll be right back.